Sports fans are gearing up at Interstate Sports, your home for officially licensed fan gear. We have jerseys, custom frames, team signs, draft tumblers, and more. For every sports fan's needs, visit interstatesportsgifts.com.
Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead,
right here, right now.
subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up, everybody? This is another great episode of Primetime Talk 32. What's going on with everybody? I'm a little bit late for the post-game show, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see what's going on. Couldn't make it last night. I had some other business to attend in Miami. Coach was hot. So that's where we are. Let's get into this deal. Let's talk about it. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. I need a thumbs up in the chat. Make sure you guys can hear me properly. And let's get into this deal, man. Colorado versus Arizona State. So I'm just waiting for that thumbs up. Make sure I'm not talking to cyberspace. And we ready to rock and roll. Let me see here. All right, looks good. All right, hot cane juice. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. Appreciate it. Let me give a quick love to a few people in the building. Right here, we got the H family, Sco Buffs. MB says Sco Buffs, I guess with the emoji. Omega Red, what's up with you, man? Salute, coach. Salute to you, man. I appreciate it. Tremal, Molly Mall, Kellop, yo. NB says the O-line makes me depressed. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Coach had a chance to have my eyes cocked. I was looking at one screen and another screen, looking at both games. All right. And that's what it is. So let's get into this deal. We'll open up the phone lines, talk to the people about it. But let's go through some, like I say, a little housekeeping real quick. Check out my man Trevor at interstatesportsgifts.com. Anything you need for sports memorabilia needs, go check him out. I'm telling you, he's got a lot of good stuff in there. I think the store is over 3,000 square feet. They got everything from baby bottles, onesies, to all the way to car mats, to flags, sign helmets, and everything else. All the information is in the description below. So make sure you go ahead and check out my man over there. And if it's something that you don't see that you may want, call him on the phone. The information is also on the website. The phone number is right there. Call him. He said, hey, man, I'm looking for a Buffalo card table. He trust me, he'd probably try to find it. If he can't make it happen. But anyway, let's get into this couple of more. There we go. Butterfly in the building. What's up with you, Sean? What's up, man? I need you to call in tonight, Sean, if you don't mind. I want to call in. I want to ask you something. Says, what's going on, coach? Go ahead and slap Mario one good time. Don't tease me with a good time. I will slap any and everybody. If you want it, come get it. Prince Wade, I think next year D and O-line will be very different. I hope so. And Lawrence Barber says, love you, Coach Hayes. I love you too. Appreciate it. And all right, so let's talk a little bit about the statistics here in regards to the game, looking at the overall team stats. Really, overall, Arizona State tops them out at 392 total yards, over 295 for the Buffs. Passing yards, they had 335 over the Buffalo's 239. And the rushing yards were really 57 for Arizona State to 56 for the Buffs. Other than that, if you look down these stats, I mean, this was a very even game. Very even. I mean, third down conversions or efficiency was 5 of 16 for the Buffs and 6 of 17 for the Sun Devils. Both of them converted all of their fourth downs. 72 total plays for the Buffs versus 79 total plays for the Sun Devils. 7 punts each. 8 penalties for the Buffs, 9 penalties for the Sun Devils, no fumbles, no interceptions. And so the game was fairly close, and I guess the score reflected that. As we look at this, and let's talk a little bit of Shador's stats. Shador was 26 of 42 for 239 and 1 touchdown, also having 5 sacks. And your leading rusher was Anthony Hankerson with 10 carries for 58 yards and no touchdowns. And then you had receiving was Javon Antonio and Jimmy Horn tied with 5. and Michael Harrison had 6 total. So the ball was spread around pretty evenly. 6 people touched the ball, and that's pretty much where you have it. Defensively, they made some plays. So, I mean, this game was really even. I think a lot of people thought that Colorado was going to kind of just run away with this game prior to it being played. But the Arizona Sun Devils played tough, and they did. They played to the wire. They kicked it off first with a touchdown and so forth, and they went back and forth and ended up being a last-second field goal by Mata in that, man. So big shout out to him for kicking the game-winning field goal. So they didn't have to go to overtime or anything like that, man. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to the Buffs as well, winning another close one. And I have to say, they've been winning them, but they've been winning them close. So I know that's something that Coach Prime is definitely looking at, like saying, hey, guys, again, another slow start. How do we get this team to kick this thing off quickly? How do we get them to show their dominance early? Because if you keep playing second half, eventually one of them are going to run out. And that's not hate. That's just talking football. Just talking football. And that's on any team. I don't care who it is. And I know the Buffalo fans, put the number up so you guys can start calling. 862-799-9956. Go ahead and call in right here. You see the number right here. All right. So start calling in, and I want to hear about it. And sacks are still a deal, right? You got still with Shador with 5 sacks out there on the game. And the O-line has struggled some, but like I've always said, as long as 2 can stand up, got a chance. And I like this. I'm really liking to see how his game is evolving. He's moving out the pocket more. You're starting to see him run the ball a little bit more. If it's not there, he takes off. He's getting down the field. He's throwing the ball away. You're starting to see that more as well, right? And it is what it is. Now, his completion percentage may have dropped, but you win the game, right? You win the game, and that's what it's all about. Big shout out to Courtney Joe, a.k.a. Google Man. Hey, Cole, I cannot watch your show tonight because of the Cowboys is about to play the 49ers. Catch you on the flip side, Coach Hayes. I'm geeked. Appreciate you, dog. CU is not well-coached team. They are getting by on talent for 1 or 2. P5 is not the same. It's a lot of parity in Power 5. I guess we're going to end up calling it Power 4 here next year. But, yeah, we definitely going to see what's going on when it comes to that. The parity in this transfer portal, you're spreading out the what's the right word I'm looking for? You're spreading out the talent level across all teams now. You can't just hoard all of the talent for your team, right? The top teams are not just hoarding all the talent. These guys who may be backing up some teams that are people that may be, ready to play in a year or 2 are saying, man, I'm going to take my talent somewhere else where I could play now. And that's exactly what's happening, right? And that's not a Buffalo thing. That's an everywhere thing. You're seeing some of your teams that were lower are getting better. Why? Because the talent is getting better on their roster. It's going up. And that's exactly what's happening. So that's huge right there. Let me take a couple of these as people are calling in. I see you guys give a few minutes, let people call on in, and we'll talk about it. Omega says, yes, some ugly wins. Mata came through. He did. Butterfly, call in tonight. Last time you called in, you were a little tipsy. So let's see if you're all right. Let me see here. LM says, I saw a little Coach Hayes and Deion Sanders post press conference for real. He was too honest. All right. I didn't even, not to be very honest, I did not see Coach Prime's post conference. So if you can either let me know what you're talking about or what it was, that would be great. Roger Dodger. Coach Hayes, I feel so bad for Miami. Keep your head up. Listen, dog, I told you I'm not drunk off fandom anymore, man. I got my chip. I am 10 years sober from fandom. I am 10 years sober from fandom. I went and talked to somebody about it. I'm telling you. Now, I am hot. I was hot last night. I'm not going to talk about them much because we are talking Colorado. But I was hot last night because as bad as we played overall, and when I say we, I'm talking Miami, we also gave the game away. You talk about taking a knee. Just take a doggone knee and call it a day. Get up out of there. When you're not playing well, you do what you got to do to get up out the game, live to see another day. And I'll leave that at that because I'll go on. If you guys want to know my rant about it, go check out the Miami post game show. About 2 hours of just straight giving it to them and that's what it is, man. But yeah, definitely. Owens says, Coach, I sent you the pic of Mario looking at his play card. Where'd you send it to? Where'd you send it? Maybe you sent it on email or Twitter. I don't know. I didn't see that. So let me go check and see. Or just tell me where you sent it, and I'll definitely look at it. I would love to see him looking at his play card, because part of what I was saying was he always got his play card stuck in his pants. And when's he going to look at it? Right? Look at it. But anyway, neither here nor there. Coming to 39-32, I want to hear your point of view of the game yesterday. What is the outlook going forward, so forth and so on. 39-32 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from, and you have 2 minutes.
Hey, how's it doing, Coach? The name is James Perry.
James, all right, James.
From New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah, basically what I get from it is Coach was frustrated in the press conference, and he was talking about he's sick of it, sick of the slow start and all those things. My take on it, being a professional athlete, what I had to do, like I'm a professional golfer. So I'm in a tournament going down the stretch, and I just get nervous and fold, right? So I was like, well, it's something I need to do. So what I did was I got into the mental aspect of it. Just like Coach Prime goes into Coach Prime, which is an alter ego, just like Shadua goes into Brady mode, which is an alter ego. He needs to get his players to step into a certain mindset, certain mentality, like a Dick Buckus when they're out on that field, and don't respect that alter ego that they're stepping into. Because who was my man? Who was it? Bo Jackson. He used to step into Freddy Krueger before he stepped onto the field. He would just rip through opponents. Serena Williams. She has 6 alter egos that she uses. One plays tennis. One deals with the social media aspect of it. And so I created a whole course on this. And so I know that's what Coach needs to transfer to his players. He's done it. He probably doesn't know the science behind it, but it served them successfully, just like it served Shadua successfully. And I think if they look into that a little more, it'll help take them to the next level.
All right, so real quick, man, we're about 20 seconds left. How do you do that? Sure. I understand where you're coming from an individual standpoint, but how do you do that from a 105-man roster standpoint? How do you get all of them to say, hey, find your alter ego, I guess is what you're saying.
Right. So basically, we section them off into their position. We'll take the lineman. Hey, guys, who's a lineman that you look up to? Who's a lineman that kicks ass and takes names that you be like, man, I would love to be that dude? And so we develop what they call totems. When you step onto that field, let's say you have a wristband. You touch that wristband, now you're snapped into that player's mindset, his mentality. When you step onto that field, you go, go, go. And it's like peaks and valleys. When you step off the field, you're back into your normal self. But yeah, that's what the top athletes do. I learned this from a guy named Todd Herman, and I've won 13 professional events after that first event when I folded. And I've also won in court, having to tap into representing myself in the divorce court. I had to tap into an attorney, one of the baddest attorneys in the country, so that I could get, comfortable in an environment that wasn't my domain. And so those things help you at a next level. And a lot of people are just learning about this, but not enough know about it at the high levels.
Got you. All right. Well, like I said, I think it's that may be a great opportunity or a great way to look at it. I get it, right? That may be one way that may work for some or whatever the case may be, but I like it, man. But I'm gonna give you a shout out, man, for doing what you're doing out there on the fairway, man. Hey, congratulations to you, man, to keep swinging that club. I know nothing about golf. All I know is the 19th hole. That's all I know is the 19th hole. That's all I know.
That's right. Relax and unwind with your feet.
There it is, man. Appreciate you for calling in, man. All the way from New Orleans, man.
Pleasure, man.
Always.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it, brother. 3187 coming to you next. 3187 coming to you next. Real quick, I'll look at a couple of these. Nope says Shiloh is a liability out there. Nope. Hold on now. Nope. Hold up. Wait a minute. Nope. Hold up. Nope. Now, nope. Not going to allow you to do that. Nope. I need you to call in and explain. I don't want to. I want to make sure it's within context. So, nope. I need you to call in and explain what you mean, because You were one of them people that was on my neck heavy when I asked questions. Oh my God, nope. Are you turning? Charles Kelly is not a good defensive coordinator. Was terrible at FSU and was terrible at Alabama. Nope. Sound like you want to become part of the Colorado Colt, huh? I'm about to put you on a shirt. Nope. You about to be on the second version of the Coach Hates shirt. Come on, I need you to call in and explain that. 3187 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
What up, Coach? This is Clark from North Carolina.
Clark from North Carolina, man. What's up, man? You're a Colorado fan, a Prime fan, or new CU? What? Talk to me.
No, I'm a Prime fan.
All right. So what's up with you, man? What you thinking about these Colorado Buffaloes so far this season? How they pulled out against Arizona State and everything else? And I guess Vegas was right on this. What, they were like a 5-point favorite, ended up winning by 3, so they weren't too far off. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts is that a win is a win. You know, a win is it's a lot more parity in the league. These Arizona State, they only got 1 win, but they played every team tough. I think they only got blew out by Cal or maybe Fresno, but they played USC tough.
Cal.
They played, they played us tough. So I mean, we got problems, but you know, I think once we get Travis back, that'll help our offense a lot, because when we get 3rd and long, most teams now they're able to send 6 and 7, and they not really able to do that with Travis on the field, because we got multiple threats now. With him off, they can key in. They doubling Xavier Weaver, so his numbers is down. We got good receivers. Jimmy, he's good, but he's not a game breaker. Like, nobody, you can one-man cover him, it's okay. Marion Miller, he's young. Javon Antonio, we just put him at tight end, and he came in and saved the day for us against ASU. So, I mean, we still piecing stuff together. The defense, Carmani, he showed that he was a freshman. Letting the Elijah Badger cross face on him time and time again for long 3rd down completions, crosser routes. And when we playing cover 2, man, you got help over the top. You can shade inside, and don't let the man cross your face. You know. So I feel like we'll look like a better team after the bye week, a different team. Yeah, we play totally different on offense and defense when Travis is on the field.
Yeah, you definitely.
Need him.
Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely get an opportunity. You definitely get an opportunity to get some guys healed up, man. So yeah, no, you're right in that sense. You know, as I look at it, there's a lot of things, of course, can be fixed, right? You talk about football in general, right? Nothing's going to ever be a perfect deal, right? That's because there's so many different minds out there working. There's so many different people going on, so many different individuals trying to play as a team. So no, I agree with you 100%.
I got another thing, Coach. Sure. The play calling too. Out of what's the word? Not idealistic, but out of the play calling. We had Anthony Hankerson rushing for 5 yards a carry, and we stopped giving him the ball. He was averaging like 5.3 yards a carry. Only got the ball 13 times, and then we start giving the ball to Dylan Edwards up the middle as well in the zone reads. That's not his strong suit.
Right. So to answer your question, Anthony Hankerson had 10 carries for 58 yards, 5.8 yards a carry, and Dylan Edwards had 7 carries for 16 yards at 2.3 yards a carry. You know, it's funny, like when you play calling, I have to be honest. As a play caller, it's 2 parts to this, so just let me finish it. As a play caller, sometimes that can escape you, right? Because you're caught up in the game. However, you should have someone saying, hey, this guy has the hot hand. Like, there's guys that's watching that particular piece of the game. That's why I say when you look at football and you see all of these bodies on the sideline, I'm not talking about the superstar. I'm talking about football staff. You got all these GAs and quality control and analysts and all these people. They have game day duties. They're not there just where they should have game day duties. And their game day duties consist of certain things, right? Hey, man, right now Hankerson has the hot hand. Let's keep running him up the middle. Dylan, he's better off tackle. Those are the kind of things that should be said. But to your point, like you say, I got to do with only 10 carries, getting 5.5 yards, basically a carry. He should have more. But, unfortunately, that's not what it was, man. And there was no need. The game was never out of control where you just had to throw. You understand what I'm saying? Like you could have walked them down, especially when you had the lead and all of that stuff.
And they didn't respect the run because you could see the splits of their D line.
Mm-hmm.
They was leaving the strong side technique. Oh, it was gaps. They was playing to where I know your line can't get to the second level of our linebackers, so we're not even worried. We in pass rush. We give you a pass rush look every time. They weren't even worried about gap contains. That's why those you look back at those Hankerson runs, them gaps was wide open.
Right.
It was a clear after the heads and the double team from the center to get up to the next level to the linebackers. It was an easy shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why we not doing that? But yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Well, let me push on. We got some more callers here in the back, but thank you, man, for calling in. Like I said, don't be a stranger, man. You're more than welcome to call in anytime, bro. Guess he didn't want to say bye. All right. Real quick, I'm coming to 11:44. 11:44 coming to you. Give me 1 second. Real quick. You see my man Shad right here. He done put up the Deion Sanders face emojis. You're like, where did y'all get that from? Hey, become a member, right? You get an opportunity to use certain emojis and everything else. So like you say, you see Shad as a member in there. If you see anything green as a members, all you got to do is join. Hit the join button, as well as if you have an iPhone or Apple products or whatever the case may be. Some reason YouTube app and iPhone don't like each other, so you have to go through your Safari browser in order to make that happen. But go in there and become a member, and we got a lot of things going on. All right, real quick, I'm going to 11:44. Coming up next, you got 2 minutes. Talk to me.
What's going on, Coach? How are you today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, brother?
I'm good, brother. This brother, Africa, man.
Yes.
Down here in Florida.
Okay.
And we all watched some of the show last night. You and Brother 12 was 38 hot last night, bro. So I get it, though, man. It was a debacle.
Yeah.
Debacle. But anyway, talking more about Colorado, I have a question. When I see Deion, he talks a lot about so much of everything he's talking about, of course, has been aired on YouTube. So everybody can see what he's talking about. And so when you say we're going to win the first half, for example, we got to win the first half.
Mm-hmm.
What's your feelings on that? Because it prepares the other team to know exactly what you're saying, what you're doing, and then utilize that. Now, is that because you want your guys to be playing, you want them to come and play at a high level, be it they know what you're going to do and that challenges your team more, or does it work against you? I believe that front line on both sides, you just need another year to get that together. You know what I mean? Shadur's back there getting killed, Mm-hmm. And I believe the defense kind of plays like the old Dolphins, that bend, don't break, that type of thing. But if you're airing out so much of what you're going to do on all YouTube and everybody can see, you're pretty much giving them your game plan. Does that work in your favor or work against you?
So I'll say this. I mean, based on, and I didn't see the post-game conference. I should have, but I've been so crazy with a bunch of the stuff. Based on what you just told me, if he says, hey, we got to win the first half, I don't think he gave out any information to the other team. Now, if he said, look, we're going to do this, this, and that in the first half, then yes. But what he said was a very generic statement. And it's benign, right? It has no real merit in the sense of the opposition taking that information and saying, okay, this is what they're going to do. He's basically talking to his team. He's also talking to the fan base, and he's also talking to the media to let them know that I know that we need to win the first half. I think everybody knows that Colorado has started off slow, and they're playing pretty much a game of Russian roulette, for lack of a better term. They're playing a game of Russian roulette, and I think he knows eventually we're going to run out of turns before we go bang, bang, if that makes sense, that we're going to get into a situation that we can't recover from, right? Well, actually, prime example, it already has happened, the USC. Because they started off so late, you fought back, but you didn't have enough time. So therefore, bang, bang, it goes off. However, let's talk about that. He's talking to coaches, players, fans, media, all of these people to say, look, we don't have time. We don't have the ability to always play catch up. We got to be able to pop this thing off at the beginning. So for him to say that and to think that an opposing team can use that as a way to beat them, I don't see that. Now, if he gave specifics, like, look, when we come out, man, we need to throw hitches, or we need to run shallow cross concepts, then maybe he might be telling on himself. But other than that, I don't think so, brother.
Right. Gotcha. All right, Coach.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling in, bro.
You're welcome, bro.
All right, man. Great call, right? Africa from Alabama? Is that it? Did I get it right?
From Florida.
Florida. Okay, Africa from Florida.
I'm right here by the stadium, bro. I'm 10 blocks from the stadium, man.
Oh, you right there in Carroll City then, man. You in Carroll City, man.
Yeah, Carroll City, man. I'm right here. I'm 10 blocks from the stadium, man.
That's why, I grew up on 43rd and 182nd.
Well, I'm right off of 199th and 37th, man.
I know exactly where. Hey, you ain't far from a dog V12 where V12 grew up, man. Right there, 195 and 37. Yeah, right there, Brentwood and all that.
Oh, straight up.
All right, man.
Straight up.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir. All right, good call up, man. We're going to our next one. 5005 coming to you. Big shout out to a lot of people. Nope. I need you to call in. I don't think the O-line likes Shador because some of those sacks were from untouched runners, which is crazy because he's also the coach's son. Come on, Nope. You talking a lot. You talking sideways, Nope. Now, before the season, Nope, could nobody say nothing about Colorado when it came to the NOPE? That's right. I'm talking about you. The NOPE. Huh? Now, boy, the Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers. Boy, you out here shooting bullets, boy. Anyway, let me 5005 coming to you. Call and talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. Got 2 minutes.
Hey, Coach Hayes. This is Chanel calling from Austin. How are you?
Good. Chanel from Austin. You sound like, is this your first time calling in?
This is my first time calling.
All right. So Chanel from Austin. All right. Talk to us. You a Colorado fan, a Prime fan, or what fan?
I'm a Colorado fan. I've been like more of an NFL fan, but I got sucked into the prime time hype, and I'm watching college football these days. Ordering sunglasses, sweatshirts,
Well, Chanel, I gotta say this. I gotta plug InterstateSportsGifts.com. That's the sponsor of this show. If you're looking for memorabilia, go check them out.
Yep, I've checked them out before. So thanks for that.
All right, talk to us.
I have a question for you.
All right.
Just want to get your thoughts on it. I felt like the officials were definitely letting them play. Let's say that in terms of how they were letting, or just like the receivers side of things, they were letting a lot of contact happen, which I think because they, called it fair throughout, I think that's fine. But I think maybe that's why you saw Javon Antonio finally have his moment, because he's that bigger, stronger body, was able to, play with all that physicality. Just want to get your thoughts on that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I actually like that referees let the players play, but I don't like when it's inconsistent. Don't let them play sometimes. Let them play. Then you call it tick-tacky fouls. If you're going to let the DB and wide receiver chicken fight for the ball, then let it be like that at all times.
I thought they were consistent.
Yeah,
but they let a lot go.
yeah, they let a lot go. And I'll say this, right? Like, for example, when I saw this, I thought Shador Sanders was going to get the taunting call when he tried to run over the dude. Remember, we tried to run over the dude and they tackled him and he kind of stood up over him. I was like, come on, Shador. And then they didn't throw the flag. I was like, they letting them play for real.
Yeah, same thing with the big guy who tackled the guy on the kickoff. I
Mhm.
forget his name.
Mhm.
But they let that go too, and he was, I thought they were gonna call something like that because he took his helmet off, but they didn't.
Yeah, no, they let them play
They
out.
did look at it for targeting, but they didn't call it. So I thought it was a fair call game, but they clearly let a lot go. But I think that's why it's important to have those bigger bodies in there that can, compete.
I agree. Like also the one where Shador slid down and the guy at number 22, I believe it was, went for the hit.
Yeah.
It like those are such bang plays, and I get it. The referees call it because, but the dude just tried to run over the next guy, which 22 was on that tackle as well, and he didn't even really make contact. He went over the top. He didn't hit him in the head. He went over the top of him, but those are the kind of things that change momentum in the game. But yeah, no, I appreciate your question. Thank you so much. Don't be a stranger. Try to get the ladies on here.
I won't. I like how you treat the ladies when they call, so that's why I had to call in.
I appreciate it. I'm waiting for Butterfly to call in and everybody else. Let me see,
on,
Butterfly. There you go. Call her out right now for me. Call her out.
Come on, Butterfly, call in, and I just want to say a hard nope to nope. Okay? That's all. Thank you so much, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for calling. 4774 coming in. 4474 caller, you coming up next. Like I said, yeah, we like the ladies call. I like to hear their points of view. Sometimes they ask questions that are really thought-provoking because, and Lord, I don't want to sound crazy, but they ask it from a very innocent place because they look at something from a logical standpoint and they'll say, Coach, what about this? What do you think? And a lot of people don't think, because sometimes guys, we think we know everything and we overlook the very simple deals. But then you got some ladies are calling here who have great questions, are very detailed in regards to football and football plays and strategy and philosophy. So I love to get that. All right, 4774 caller, coming to you. Talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Coach Hayes.
What's up?
What's going on, man? It's Sean Camp.
Oh, Sean, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm cooling, man.
Hey, real quick, just to let you know, boy.
Hey, check on my boy after last night, man. Just checking in on him, bro.
But I saw your comment, dog. I was ready to jump off the cliff, dog. Hey, I done opened up a whole new phone line. It's called the Canes Crisis Center, right? The Kane Crisis Center. If you call in, man.
Hotline, got the cranes.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. But I'm good, man. Hey, I got your text too when we were in Colorado, man. I was so hurt up, though. I couldn't make it back. Did you make it back to that place?
Bro, I almost missed my flight the next day, man. I had to get a late checkout and everything.
I love it, man. So what's your thoughts here, man? Because I know you've been following them real close. What's your thoughts on Colorado, how they played Arizona State? I think a lot of people thought that Arizona State, you saw some of the record predictions. And I did say that Arizona State has been consistently, besides the USC game, consistently kept their opponents within the 20s. USC, I think, scored 42, but everybody else was between 21 and 29 points. And they did that again against Colorado. They kept them to 27 points. What's your thoughts about the Arizona game?
Yeah, man. At some point, though, man, there's got to be, if this program wants to get to the next level where they think they can and want to be, it's got to be, one of those statement type of wins, man. Like against a team like this, granted, they have kept their opponents in the 20s, but just, and that's, I've heard a couple other callers allude to, man, like as far as some of the play calling and, just Prime just being overall just tired of the slow starts and whatnot. Like stuff like, teams like this, man, this is eventually, granted, I'm glad they, hit their fourth win and whatnot, a win's a win, but at the end of the day, it's how you win too, man. Like some of the style points that come into play, especially once they get into, possibly getting the rankings and AP 500 coaches poll and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, also shout out, man, to everybody who had bet the over on the 3.5 wins. I know there's a lot of people out there spending that money last night from what I heard. But,
yes, sir.
But yeah, man, at some point in time, man, like I don't know, just as if they don't make proper adjustments at times. I don't know, man. Hopefully, Prime can get that corrected going forward. Because I still think, they're 2 wins away from being bowl eligible, but like, they winning games, but just seem like the fashion of what they're winning just doesn't really do a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and you know what? If you look at their wins besides the Nebraska, I think they all have been within 3 points. Except for I think Colorado State, they got the touchdown or whatever. But I mean, they're either last minute wins or they're the margin of victory is very small. And so I think that's what Coach Prime understands. He definitely understands that. But he's starting to say, look, guys, when we're playing the quote unquote teams we should beat, the ones that people have circled, besides the USC, Oregon, and Utah, we got to be able to beat these guys convincingly. And they have not yet to do that except for Nebraska, which was a late push, which still was a second half victory, I guess, if you want to look at it. So that lies the problem. And I think he understands that you can go to the well, but so many times before it turns dry. And a lot of that is based on number 2 and the way number 2 is playing.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All
Well,
right, Coach,
I
I ain't gonna
appreciate it,
hold
man.
you long, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it,
Yeah,
man.
bro. I'll be in touch, man. Tell Wasim them, man. I said, what's up, man? And,
I sure will.
I'm actually going back out there next month for the Arizona game, man. So I don't know if they're going to pull up or not, but I'll look for them.
Let me ask you this. I know we got other people on the line, but I do want to ask you quickly. The teams that seem to be circled of Arizona, they bad. Arizona State, Stanford, like seem to be walk-off games. Are they not playing better than people expected? Is it just me?
Oh, yeah, man. Like that Arizona SC game last night, in my opinion, the game of the year so far, man.
Oh, my
They
God.
actually should have won that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, they're trying to put a good product out there too, man. Like this Big 12 starting next year, it's going to be some dogs in that conference. And so it just seemed like they putting their best foot forward and just showing them, like, they for real too.
Yeah.
And, Dillingham, man, he's a good coach, good offensive coordinator. He was at Oregon the past couple of years. And I think once he gets a few more weapons out there, man, and once Jalen Lashata is healthy, man, they got something to reckon with here coming forward. So.
I love it. All right, man. Well, I appreciate it, Sean. Thanks a lot, brother. Thanks for calling in.
All right, Coach. Keep up the good work, bro. I'll be in touch.
Appreciate it, man. 8551 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from. You got 2 minutes.
Oh, I'm live. I'm on here.
You live, baby. LIVE. Talk to me. What's up?
All right. Hey, what's up, man? Coming to you live from Port Arthur, Texas, man.
Port Arthur, Texas. UGK, baby.
UGK, baby. Hey, man, I grew up, I'm 45 years old. I grew up watching Deion Sanders. He's my main motivation for watching college football. To be honest with you, I don't really watch college football, but this season I've watched all 5 games. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold up, all 6 games. Well, anyway, I just watched all the games, and and yeah, I agree with your statement earlier. With you're waiting until the second half to try to kick it up, and then in my opinion, when you score 41 points against USC, when you play ASU the very next week, you ought to come into that. You ought to come into that game with a little. You should be able to do a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Because we scored less points last night than we did against USC, and I know they say USC don't have that good of a defense, but I'm pretty sure USC got a better defense than ASU. I mean, they only 1-4. They say defense wins championships. I mean, if ASU has a better defense than USC, they would be better than 1-4. You know what I'm saying?
Not necessarily. Hold on. Let me say this. Not necessarily. You may have a good defense, but your offense can't produce, right? Let's take it to Miami last night, bro. We literally kept them to 35 yards of offense at the half. Before the last 2 plays of the game, they had a total of 75 yards passing and 99 yards rushing. So what was that? 175 a total offense into the last 2 plays. So I hear where you're coming from in essence, but Arizona State defense has always seems to be better than their offense, and it's because they've had quarterback troubles. And to be honest, I don't know why they didn't run the ball more. Even though Scatterboo had like 16 carries or some crazy number like that, they still didn't. I still think they aired it out a way more than they should have, just to keep, like I said, keep the ball out of number 2's hand as a strategy by keeping them on the sideline. But that's my opinion. But go ahead, finish your point, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and And I just want everybody to keep their expectations. I want them to keep it real, man. This is the first season where everybody, they building they team, relationship with each other. We're gonna do real good in the off season with the portals and with the workout sessions. I think next season is the one that I'm really counting on. So just people. I just want people to hang in there, man. I mean, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be real good. Just give it time, man. This ain't no overnight thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're doing a whole lot better than they did last year, and we're doing a whole lot better than anybody expected so far. You know what I'm saying? So,
definitely.
Yeah, so, Coach Prime, man, that's what's up, man.
I love it. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for your call, brother.
All right.
Why not? All right, I'm coming to 88. Who is 88?
Hi, Coach.
Hi, Butterfly 88. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What's your thoughts on this game?
Well, I have questions for you because you always answer them, and you're so patient. Well, I mean, according to Shedeur keeps getting sacked. I don't know how they can fix that, and I'm kind of annoyed because, like in the press conferences, you're hearing not just Coach Prime, but other coaches like, "Oh, we gonna fix it," and then the next week you're expecting yeah, they fixed it.
Hold up, Butterfly. Can you do me a favor? Can you tell me how they said it again? They gonna what?
We gonna fix it. We gonna fix it. Yeah, we fixed it. It's like one of those. I don't know which coach. Don't laugh at me. Okay, but that's how they sound to me. We gonna fix it. Yeah. And then I'm like, yeah, let's go. And I'm either at a bar watching it or at home, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, come on now. Like yesterday, I was really mad. I think people was calling it a nail biting game. And whoever that dude was on the other team, I think his last name was Scattaboo. Scattaboo or something
Scattaboo, the running back.
Good. Yeah, I like Hankerson running the ball. Dylan, they just need to stop. And I heard from my son's father a reason why they do it. I saw a comment on something else I posted on why they do it, not to seem robotic or people will know he's going to run out or something. But it just don't work, Coach. So if it don't work, what else can they do? Why aren't they letting him do what he's good at, which is running on the outside, I guess? It just don't work when he's in the middle. And I'm frustrated because every time I see it, I'm just we know how the story's going to end.
All right, so two questions. One, you talk about protection because they're going to fix it. They're going to fix it. Well, first of all, so first of all,
sugar honey iced tea.
So first of all, I have to be very honest. It's going to be hard to fix it because people can say what they want. The O-line is not good. They are not good. They're physically not good. They technically they're not good so far as using technique and fundamentals. And the only way they can fix it is trying to bring in more pass protection or, schematically quick throws or what they call quick game. You see 69. You saw the sacks they gave up. I have to be honest, this week, I did not see Shedeur. Shedeur could not get out of the sack situation. It was not an opportunity for him to throw the ball away where they say, oh, he held the ball too long. I did not see him this week in that situation. He was getting sacked, regardless of what the situation was. So that's the issue right there. And he still gave up 5. I mean, 5 sacks in the game, that's just blatantly telling you that your offensive line and your pass protection is not very good. Now, to Dylan Edwards, him running up the middle, I remember being even a kid not understanding, why do they always run the ball? I just looking at it through kid eye. Why they run the ball in the middle where all those people are? Why they don't go around the outside, right? And so I get where you're coming from. However, you do have to try to keep guys balanced because if they see 3 and they know he likes to go outside, you may have to try to just, it's like a jab. It's like a jab in boxing, right? Why do you throw a jab in boxing?
Yeah.
It's not going to knock a guy out, but what does it do? It keeps you at length. It keeps you stable. You're still getting hit, but it's not a death-defying blow. But it keeps you off. It keeps you wondering what's coming next, that kind of stuff. That's maybe the best way I can explain it.
Yeah, I understand your explanation. it's still like, to me, it wastes plays. Do you agree with that?
Yes and
He
no.
ain't getting nowhere. He don't even go nowhere. Like Hankerson goes somewhere. He's just not going nowhere. It's just like, I don't know, Fred Flintstone starting the car up with his feet over and over, and like before he gets to go somewhere. It's just weird.
I get it. I get where you're coming from. I see it. I see where you're coming from, but I understand the back end of it of why they do it. So I totally understand it. All right, before you go, I need you to do a quick
Coach,
shout out.
the last thing is, wait, Coach, why aren't they helping Shador up? Like, if he gets that, at least you could put your hand out to help your teammate up. They just like turn around like, oh, I don't know what happened. Like, at least help him up. That's free. Or nobody stopping you for helping him up.
That's true. That's 100% true. Hey, I get it. Hey, maybe that's something the O-line coach should be saying. If you got him on the ground, you can at least help him up off the ground. I like it. I like it. All right, real quick, I got one thing for you because we're trying to get more of the ladies. We got Ellen V in the building. She say, Butterfly, what's up? But I need you to call out somebody named Scorpio Vibes. I need you to call that the same way they called you in. I need you to call out Scorpio Vibes to call in for me. Go for it.
Oh, yeah, I saw that name in the chat. Yeah, Scorpio Vibes. Because you're chatting the callers. You said to the caller, very true. We have to keep in mind it's a new team, new dynamics. Yes, Coach Hayes would like you to call in and say all of that stuff. Thank you very much.
I love it. Appreciate it, Butterfly. Thank you so much. Be safe out there.
Okay, bye, Coach.
Bye now. Oh, God. She fly on the keyboard. Log out real quick, man. Got a slap CW in the building. And this dude called himself a Canes fan. Never forget the laughing stock of the Hard Rock. Matter of fact, let me go and give you a backhand, too. This is what I try to tell the Colorado fan. I'm not drunk off fandom. This is the kind of fans we have at Miami. Y'all would call him a hater. I call him a motivator. Shout out to him. All right. Going next to 9894. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? 9894.
Hey, Coach.
You're live.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm good. Who am I speaking with?
Okay, this is your friend Wins here from Norfolk State, across the bay from when you were at Hampton, man.
Oh, Lord. Who is this? From Green and Gold?
Winfield.
Behold, the Green and Gold?
You know it. You know it. You know it.
Well, I got to give you one of these out of love and hate. I had to slap your face. Go for it, man. What's up with you, brother?
It's been a while since I talked to you, man, but
Yeah.
I'm calling you from Atlanta, Georgia. But here's the thing, I'm just amazed. Dion and just spoiled everybody to the T. You know what? I mean, this is a brand new expansion team. Coaches new, players new, everybody, staff and new. Some people still trying to find what's on the fourth floor. Okay, my point is, and he's 4-2, and people like, what's the problem? They were 1-11 a year ago, and so, which I understand. My point simply is this: okay, he has spoiled them in a way that they just don't understand. This stuff is not easy. Bringing 100 and some folks together, new coaches. Guess what? Everything is new to everybody. There's nobody left from last year to show the new people how the schemes and systems kind of work. Everybody's learning it together on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 4-2. And the 2 losses are from top 10 teams. Okay? Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, he's doing the marketing for the university.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So my point simply is, I guess I went to a couple of games that, I see, and you got to see the atmosphere. What he has done is remarkable. And now people just nitpicking now. It's like, we should do this and everything. We need a new offensive line. Yeah, can we just get 10 new players tomorrow? No. Okay? And the O-line, as bad as they are, believe it or not, they're going to be better 2 weeks from now than they are today. Because as you know, Coach, the O-line, like I said, technique and players, but with those two not being the case, they only get better by playing with each other. So we just going to have to suck it up until the season is over, and then we do what we're going to do next year. So I just wish people would be a little more patient. And,
I'll say this, bro. I'll say this. And I understand how I got my hater tag. I get it. But what is happening right now is exactly what I was trying to prevent people from doing. You're starting to see people, like Nope turn, right? I'm calling Nope out till he call in. You're starting to turn people like Nope before the season. You're a hater because you said this. Matter of fact, Nope is actually on my hater shirt. He's on my hater shirt. I wish I had it. He's on my hater shirt. Coach Hayes, you're a hater because you said blah, blah. But now he has now started to turn on Colorado because it's not fitting his narrative. See, I just want to say that in 3501, I'm coming to you. Give me 1 second. But I want to make sure I make sure I illustrate this point. When I said 6-6, they may exceed that. There's nothing wrong with that. However, I'm not putting the pressure of trying to say, hey, to your point, brand new team, brand new this, blah, 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 all of these obstacles, and then you want them to be the creme de la creme. I'm saying let's go ahead and put them in the middle of the road, and let's say if they exceed it, awesome. If they meet it, great. If they don't, I understand. But now, because it doesn't fit their narrative, notice they haven't turned on Coach Prime yet. They turned on everybody around them. They've turned on the O-line. They turned on the coordinators. They turned on the play calling. They've turned on everything else because they're not going to turn on Coach Prime yet. And that's where the problem lies. Yeah. Because it doesn't fit their narrative. It doesn't fit the even the 9-3, the 12. I mean, at least 12-0 alone. That's just extreme. But the 9-3 is not. They don't have really convincing wins. A win is a win. But now the play calling is trash. Well, when you brought up Sean Lewis before, you know what everybody said? Man, he did go. He almost beat Georgia when he was at Kent State. And he did this and he did this. And now, USC game, he's trash. He's hot garbage. He's this. When Kelly came up and you asked a question, hey, well, when he was at Florida State, he did this, this, and that. What you mean, Coach? You a hater. You just don't want to see him win. Now, Kelly don't know how to call plays. Kelly don't know how to do this. Or Marion Cooper, when he was at Florida State. Man, Marion Cooper, he going to be the best, He go out there and give up a touchdown. Man, he trash. He's trash. That's what I wanted people to stay away from. Don't you dare. Anybody, when I say you, I'm speaking general. Don't you turn on none of these players or these coaches or these fans or nobody. Stick with it.
Yep. Coach, I agree with you 100%.
Yep, I thank you, man. And I just want to put that out there. I just want to put that out there.
Okay. Well, listen, Coach, I appreciate you taking my call, man.
Thank you, man.
And we're going to continue to pray for Hampton, as always. And, you keep on doing a good job that you're doing.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot, brother. All right, real quick, Teron, I'm coming to you 3501. Real quick, Teron Harris says, so I guess WT is to change on Coach Prime? I don't know what that means, but no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that now that things are not going well, we're starting to see everybody turn on all of the perimeter stuff of these folks. And that's where the problem lies, because it doesn't fit their narrative. They don't want to go in and say at the barbershop, the water cooler, at work, on lunch break, or even in these chats, that it's not looking like they thought it was going to look. And I will say this. I know my man just said that Coach Prime has these people fooled. He doesn't. He never asked for this. People took it amongst themselves. Think about this. Only thing Coach Prime says, I want to win and I want to dominate. That's it. That's it. He never gave out 12-0. He never said we're going to win every game. He never said we're going to beat everybody by 40. Y'all took that and ran with it. That's why I call it. That's why I call it that. But anyway, I'm still waiting for Nope to call in. I hope this is him. 3501 or her. I don't know, because he's got a black avatar, so I don't know what it is. A lot of people hide behind the avatar. They don't put their face out there. 3501. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Yeah, this is Otis Harris calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
All right, Otis, man, from Minneapolis, man. Talk to me, man. Been there a couple of times.
Yeah, man. I wanted to call in, and I totally agree with the last caller and with you. I think the problem is when you attract so many people, so many fans, people that don't really follow college football, and they see the Arizona State game, and they don't understand how hard it is to go on the road and win a game. And all of these teams, just like it was in the SWAC, are going to come to play Prime and see you the best they possibly can. They are going to try to beat them. They're going to get their best shot.
Sure.
And I thought it was a great win. I mean, I know that they have issues, but it's not a great team. They don't have a great offensive line. They can't get pressure on the other team's quarterback. They really don't have a pass rush. And, Travis Hunter is out. And I just thought that it was a good win. Yes, they made mistakes, but I think that what you said, that when I'm talking to people and I say, yeah, I mean, if they go to a bowl game, it's great. And people think that Prime is going to win a national championship the first year he's there. And it's just like, man, some of these people, their expectations are just ridiculous. And they don't understand high level college football, how long it takes to actually build a team, to actually build a winning team, to actually build a national championship team. And it's just kind of ridiculous. Like, so many fans that don't even understand college football. And kind of say, well, hey, he should, the team should show up every week and beat every team by 40. Like, this team is not USC. This team is not Oregon yet. I mean, it takes time. A lot of these players that came out the portal, they didn't play where they played at before. That's why they got in the portal in the first place.
Be careful. Hey, be careful. That's hater talk. When I said it, that's hater talk. Be careful. Be careful. When I said it, it was hater talk. You're a hater, coach. But anyway, go ahead. I'm just teasing, but go ahead.
No, but I'm saying if a kid leaves Florida State, if a kid leaves Tennessee, they're not playing. So they leave to go to a place that they can't play. Why are they not playing? Probably because they're not as good as the other guys that are playing ahead of them. So these guys, in my opinion, are playing over their head. And Prime got a plan over their head. The Stafford game is not going to be an easy game. I mean, we got to get realistic. Prime is doing a great job, and it's great. I enjoy watching the games, but it's just crazy how, the expectations that people are looking at this game and saying, oh, CU sucks now, these kids can't play. It's, it's kind of crazy.
And to that point, bro, I'm telling you, this is what I was trying to tell people. Don't turn on them when it doesn't look right. Don't turn on them. Don't turn on these kids. Oh, he sucks. Oh, he did this. Oh, he did that. No, don't turn on them. When I brought up about things about, hey, man, the O-line. Coach, when I said Tyler Brown being hurt was a big blow to the offensive line. Man, coach, you hating. We got this dude. We got that dude. Okay, I hear you. And I don't want to be a I'm right, told you so guy, but I've been around this game so long, and I know I just because it's Coach Prime doesn't mean the football gods say, oh, we're going to bless this guy without injury. When I ask questions about injury, here it goes. Coach, you hated nobody getting hurt. Okay. You got an offensive lineman has not played yet because he tore a pec. You got a dude that's out. You got Tyler Brown that was deemed ineligible. You got all these different things that are happening. You got Savion Washington, who's a tackle. He's out. You got guys McCaskill was hurt. Cavassier Smoke was hurt. Bro, it's so many. Shiloh gets hurt. Travis Hunter's hurt. Right. It's football, bro. It's a gladiator sport. Somebody's going to get hurt. But you can't tell anybody nothing. And now what I don't want to do is people hide behind these avatars and they hide behind a little picture of a cartoon instead of putting a real face in the place. And they Twitter finger us to death and they chat us to death. And now that's where the problem lies. But I appreciate it, man. Let me push on to the next caller. But I want to acknowledge something right here I thought was a pretty good comment. But thank you, man, calling all the way from Minneapolis, Minnesota, man. Thank you, man.
All right, man. You earned a subscriber.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers. So go ahead and make it happen, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Yes, sir. All right. Real quick, Latrace, and I know you have called in before, so please do. Can we just realize that it takes time to build a winning program? They just came together less than a year ago and already have won 4 games. Let's have patience and let them build. Can't say it no better than that. That's something I think I've been preaching since the spring. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm calling them out. I told you. And I'm challenging any and everybody, when you see somebody in the chat that you realize, because sometimes you recognize names or pictures or whatever, and you see them flipping the script, call them out. Call them out. Call them out. Because guess what? They're not real fans. They don't stick to it. Now they ready to change. Now they ready to flip on somebody. Nah, call them out. Call them out. Like I said, Coach said, y'all got keyboard courage. They do. They do. This right here, that's their weapon of choice. A keyboard. Get out of here with that foolishness, man. Two of the fingers turn the trigger fingers. Call them out. Let's go. 0767 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. 0767. Call or talk to us.
Yes, I'm here. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good. Who am I speaking with?
You're talking to Danny Stein, Dallas, Texas.
Danny Stein from Dallas, Texas. Talk to me, man. What's up with you? What's your thoughts on these Buffs in their last game or whatever?
Well, let's just go to the Arizona game.
Yes.
What I saw with the defensive front is that they're letting the opposition get into their bodies.
Okay.
And then they move them around instead of them initiating that first over excessive blow to get them off balance. And from what I'm seeing, the two tackles, they don't get low enough when it comes to the running game.
Okay.
And they can't get that push because I look at their frame of their bodies. It's if from the waist up, they're tall and long. And they're not getting up under the defense for the running game to work. And plus, they don't have the quickness. And for what I was looking at. And the tackling was very poor for Colorado after the initial contact. They kept getting yards and yards and yards after the first contact, trying to arm tackle. And Coach Dion, he's on the right track. He needs to find the dog, the people who are going to practice hard. Because if you know anything about football, you play football. If you practice hard, when you get to the game, it's easy. You know?
I agree with that.
You can't take it easy in practice and then get to the game and think you're going to ball out because you're not going to be in shape. You're not going to be able to, when you get to the fourth quarter, you're going to get ran over.
I can agree with that 1,000%. But unfortunately, there's a such thing as just somebody's better than you. And right now, unfortunately, when it comes to the offensive line, when it comes to those things, they're just not very good. When I brought up, I said, listen, you bring in two guys from Kent State, you got two guys from Colorado, and you got the young man from Jackson State. That's a sign right there that there's an issue. I have to be honest. That was just a red flag to me. Not that you brought one guy, he feels in a spot and he may have been a sleeper and ended up at a group of 5 instead of Power 5. We're literally talking across the board here. And it's starting to create an issue because the people underneath them are not that good. It's just what it is. Unfortunately, this is not a knock. They're just not that good. They're not strong. They're not good. And they're getting Peter rolled out there. And I have to be honest with you. I'm going to say a very bold statement, which I don't think is bold. If anybody else besides number 2 was the quarterback of this team, Colorado probably could be 1-5 right now. I'm just saying
it could be worse than that.
If anybody, yeah. Well, I just looked at Nebraska just self-imploded so bad. Like Nebraska just they killed themselves. But besides, I'm just being honest. If there was anybody else besides number 2 at the quarterback, I'm talking about if you look at the remaining quarterbacks on their team, and I don't know what they can and can't do, but I don't think they too. I have to be honest. And if anybody else besides number 2 was the quarterback for Colorado, this team easily could be 1-4 right now.
Yeah, because it's getting to Shador. Because when he went to the sidelines, went all the way to the end of the bench, didn't talk to nobody, put the towel over his head. Then when he came back out, that's when he tried to run over that guy, stood over him. You know, he was trying to get his team to get the dog in them and say, hey, let's go.
Right.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. You got to get those guys who want it. You're not going to get to the NFL, you know, if you're not putting in the effort.
Correct.
Michael Jordan, Kobe, everybody. Hey, they got to the league, LeBron, but every year, hey, they're working on their craft.
And bro, can I say this? You can put in a bunch of effort. Bro, if you don't have the basic needs, like perfect example, Rudy. Rudy put in all the effort for Notre Dame. Boy, Rudy worked hard. He was at every meeting on time. Boy, Rudy wanted to do the best as he could, and they put him in for that one play. Yeah, he made his tackle, and that's great. But after that, that's all Rudy was.
I got one question for you.
Talk to me.
Okay, if you had effort nonstop, you getting the all. Then you got somebody who has the talent but's not putting in the talent. Who you gonna play?
Okay, say that again. If you have effort, okay, I'm listening.
And he's gonna play. You're gonna get everything out of him, every single play. When he comes off the field and at the end of the game, he has nothing left. Okay. But then you have a guy who has all the talent, but he's lazy. Don't want to put the effort in. Which guy are you gonna put in the game for you?
Well, now you're talking about an ethical deal, right? If I have a guy,
it's the work ethic and the want. That's what I'm saying. Dion is trying to get his guys to want that want.
I know,
but some of them don't have it.
But what I'm saying, I think they do have want. They're just not good. See, sometimes we misunderstand want to and talent. I could want all I want. If I don't have the talent, the guy who is just bigger, faster, stronger than me can, lack of a better term, he can have it. Yeah, he can have fast and still manhandle me. I'm just not that good. Like, I don't believe 69 is out there. I don't believe 69 is truly out there not giving his best effort. I believe he's giving his best effort. He's just not that good. He's not. He's just not that good.
The coach.
Yeah, the effort is great, but does your effort equal result? That's the question, right? I get the best effort I want, but if it doesn't equate to results and production, you got to go. It's just what it is. But I got to push. I got one more caller, but go ahead. Say your last piece.
Well, yeah, because when I was looking at some of the plays, okay, Coach was hustling, trying to catch up to the play to make a tackle. Then you look at the other guys, and they're not moving. And that kind of like upset me. Like, hey, you want to win, but hey, you could catch up to the play in case he cut back or something. But you're not putting in the effort to catch up to the play.
Now that I can agree with. I definitely can. But, man, thank you so much. Let me get to 75-30 coming up here next. But thank you so much. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Don't be a stranger.
I'll call before.
Yes, sir.
I'll call again.
All right. 75-30 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
Hey, what's going on, Coach? This is Jesse.
Jesse, talk to me. Jesse, doing? Man, where you calling from?
Hey, man, I'm calling from the Orlando area.
All right, man. You in my part of town. Be careful. I might run up on you. Yeah. What's going on, Jesse? Talk to me.
Hey, man, I'm sitting here listening to the conversation, man. And
sure.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. They're interior linemen, man. They're not good, man. They're not
good. Yeah.
I know, as far as from the defensive side of the ball, they'd probably be better off to just go to a hybrid 4-3 gap attacking, simplify it, just get in your gap and go. And linebacker just come downhill. I don't know, what to do to help them, but I definitely would try to simplify that scheme. Maybe run some, cover 2 man. Possibly could show cover 3, shift the cover 2 man or something, and blitz the heck out of everybody. Just start blitzing like crazy, man, from all angles.
So you're speaking defensively, I take it. So to your point, I'm sorry, I got to talk time. So you're speaking defensively. So from a defensive standpoint, yeah, you're right. The interior guys, and we talked about Bishop Thomas and Shane Coates and those guys. Again, they're not getting the push that they need. They're not getting the movement. They stunt all the time. I watch them do stunts and movements and so forth. It's just it's tough. They're not getting the pressure. Now, I will say this. Colorado did an excellent job. Once that quarterback got in the pocket, like I saw Bentley chase the quarterback down. I saw a couple of guys chasing guys down, which was great. But Those are the things when we talked about the line. Yeah, Shane Coates, love him to death. But right now he's outmatched. Bishop Thomas, love him to death. He's just outmatched on the double team, bro. It's just what it is.
Like, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is he trying to play? Is he trying to play a 3-4 out there?
No. You see him out there with the thing. But again, guys play different in multiple defenses. See, I remember the day of the base defense is over because you got too many receivers now. You go look at Arizona. Arizona was out there 5 wide, and I got to do like scatterboo. Why would I be 5 wide?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
The other thing is, too, man, I'm looking at the linebackers, and I'm like, man, back in the day, they taught you how to, read the offensive lineman's hands. So if he got a lot of weight on his hands, it's a run. If he's leaning back on his hand, more than likely it's a pass. Potentially they could do a draw or, maybe a screen or something like that. But, I'm looking at these guys, man, they're not taking their steps and they're not attacking.
Right.
Like the linebackers should be coming downhill. They should be making that thing happen on their side of the ball. And if they're watching film, getting their pre-reads, they should be blowing people up. The D tackles, get in your gap and go.
Right.
They have to learn how to make that thing happen behind the line of scrimmage. And if you have a guard pulling on you, blow his kneecaps up, clog the hole. I don't see that, man. I don't see the aggression and the relentless. I don't see it.
Yeah, well, you got a lot of that now, right? And so here's the deal. I'm with you, right? But the game has changed. You have to remember this too. A lot of people don't take this into consideration. You got a lot of older guys. Mm-hmm. You got some 6-year dudes out there that are 22, 23 years old out there playing versus 17, 18, 19-year-old. So there's some guys that are 6-year guys out there playing. And I don't think a lot of people are understanding what that COVID year has done to football as well. You got some guys like, let's say, take a guy like Weaver, for example, super older, right? And he's doing these guys in, which is nothing wrong with that, right? Versus younger defensive backs. Versus you got guys like, let's say, Kamani McLean. Kamani McLean was out there playing. Great job. But they took him up the sideline. It's going to happen. You play DB. That's not a knock. I'm just saying it happens. And what happens with that? Guess what? These guys are more skilled. You understand? Kamani McLean is way more touted coming out of high school than Xavier Weaver. But when you watch the quote unquote well-off media videos, you see Weaver doing Kamani McLean in. Why? More experience, older, right? Stronger, and not necessarily maybe faster, but he's been on the job a lot longer. And that's what you're starting to see. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this here.
Yeah.
And I've been paying attention to Colorado. What are they jamming? Are they jamming? Like, I don't see them jamming receivers, man. Like, like those crossing routes, man, they should be lighting those dudes up. You can beat the crap out of them within 5 yards. After 5 yards, you got to let them go.
So I'll say this. That's hard.
No one is jamming them.
Yeah, but so here's about the deal about crossing routes. It's a very hard concept if you play it man. And if you don't identify it, if you're in zone, they're going to get you every time because they're going to put that other guy in conflict. So let's just go. And the only reason I'm riding out because there's no other callers right now. Let me just do this. Let me give a quick love, man. Luxury Vacations for the $6 on Cash App. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. As well as, I'm not going to call your full name out. If you donate on Cash App, that's why I blank out the name. But big shout out to D-West85 for the $2, man. Thank you so much on Cash App. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it, man. So if you donate on Cash App, I will not put your name out there. Some of you guys have your real name on your Cash App, but I'll use your code or I'll abbreviate your name because I don't want to put your real name out there. But anyhow, so the crossing concepts, right? The shallow cross has been very tough, especially if you play man. They create a lot of traffic. They create a lot of those things. And you saw Arizona running the crossing routes. I've been talking about them since TCU game. It is hard to stop. There's 2 ways to stop crossing route. You got to get to the quarterback before that guy can clear the line, right? Before he can clear the offensive tackle on the opposite side, or you alert the guy based on formation identification. Hey, alert, meaning, hey, I got a crosser coming. We used to call it dragging. I'm telling you, let's say you the opposite. Let's say I was the corner. right? And I'm on a guy based on his split. On the opposite side corner, what's your name again, brother?
Oh, it's Jesse.
All right, Jesse, dragon. You give me the signal that you heard it. Now I know that you should be helping me on this dragon route, meaning a drag, right? Something's going to drag across the formation.
Mm-hmm.
But if I never alert you, Jesse, how are you going to look all the way across the formation to identify this guy could be coming on a crossing route? You not. You playing on the other side of the football field. But if I say, hey, Jesse, dragon, and you give me the signal, whatever, thumbs up, whatever they signal is, now at least I have alerted you to this potential problem. And that's not happening.
See, I understand that, Coach. I will say this here, man, because I played at Valdosta State under Harold Mummy and Mike Leach.
Yeah.
Well, I saw those crossing routes all the time. And what we did is we passed. And the way they taught us, anytime you see a guy go in on a drag route, expect something coming back.
That's right.
And we used to be sitting right there eating their lunch up because back then, forget trying to cover. We would come up and punish those receivers. So that's what I'm saying. I don't see that aggression. I don't see it. I don't see jamming. I don't see people. I don't see them molesting those receivers, man. They should be tagging those guys.
Well, you have to remember the game is different, right? You can't just blindside guys anymore, right? Unfortunately. But you can get in his way. You can knock them off track.
Can't you jam them? Can't you jam them and literally light these guys up within 5 yards?
Yeah, but do they have that?
Touch them after 5 yards.
But Jesse, do they have that talent? That's the question you have to. I get it. In theory, you're right. In reality, can they recover on the? See, these receivers are way better than back in the day now. These receivers releases. These kids are so quick and fast that I'm not saying that they can't jam. I'm asking, and there has to be a reason. If you don't see it, and the words of Coach Prime, put that back foot down, dog. If you can't put that back foot down, bro, that means if they're not doing it, that means they can't do it. That's how I look at football.
I get it. I just, when I look at these guys playing in these different offensive schemes, I'm going to be honest with you, it's the air raid. It's the air raid scheme.
It is.
The air raid is only 5 passing plays and 2 running plays.
That's
it.
They
just run the stuff out of 1,000 formation and do motion. They're all running the air raid, man.
That's it.
It's not a complicated offensive scheme. It's very simple. To me, as a defensive player, I would think the I formation would be more difficult to deal with because you don't know where the ball is going.
No,
I
agree.
In a shotgun, man, you only got so many running plays. You see a guy line up in a slot receiver line up close to the tackle. You already know he's doing the drag route. You already know.
Hold on, say it again. When you see the what? Hold on. You just said it, Jesse. When you see what?
When you see the slot guy close to the tackle, you already know he's doing the drag route. He could potentially give himself some room to run an out route. But
there
there's
you
not
go.
too many routes they can do, man.
But Jesse, that's what I'm talking about. So here's the deal. I'm identifying the route, and I'm saying, hey, Jesse, alert dragon, right? Perfect. You know it could be coming. But I'm also saying, and this is why the crossing route is so hard. If you are tight to the tackle, if you're within 2 to 3 yards of the tackle, as a corner, this is why it's hard to jam. I don't know if he's going to drag across or he's going to run the quick out. It's hard. I can't be in 2 places at once. So therefore, here's where the problem lies. If I go for the drag and he runs a quick out, there's nobody outside of me. He's to the house. If he drags, I may have help. Unfortunately, I don't alert Jesse on the dragon route. Dragon. So now, Jesse, you never know it's coming. Or they put you in some kind of conflict because you're playing man and you got to run it back to that side, run the wheel route. You just vacated because you got to cover these offensive guys are getting smart, but you have to know how to identify. And you just said something big. Look at the split of the guy. He's telling you the story. He's buying real estate because if he's 2 yards, pay attention. If he's 2 yards from the sideline, by the time he clears to the offensive tackle on the other side, the play should be over from the defensive line. So what does he do? Let me scoot in a little bit so I can clear the other side. or I can run a quick out. We can get into that, and I'm gonna talk about that in the good, bad, and ugly, definitely. But man, I appreciate you, man. We got I got my girl Sheila from Colorado in the building. Woo-wee. Let's go, Sheila. Thanks. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Yes,
Anytime.
Yes, sir.
Great call, man. He in Orlando. I might run up on him right quick. Hey, Jesse. When I walk up on him, I'm gonna be like, Dragon. Let's see if he recognized the call. Anyway, Sheila from Colorado, talk to us. What's up with you?
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just had to check in on you because I was watching your after Miami game show last night, and you kind of livid.
I was beyond livid. I was ready to risk it all, Sheila. I was ready to risk it all.
Well, I saw that. You and V12, y'all had fire coming out of the top of your heads.
I was hot.
But here's what I noticed when I was watching this game is that I agree with you wholeheartedly about the offensive line. They're just not that talented. They slow.
Mm-hmm.
And, like big number 69 and even number 70 on the end, Reggie Young that's filling in for Savion Washington. He's slow too. They're big to say 69 is just tall. He's not big, he's not strong, and he's not flexible enough because those defensive linemen just run around him because he don't have the leverage. They have the leverage. He don't have the leverage. So he's not blocking. And then I saw where a lot of them, they standing up there like Shador back there getting fat, and they standing up there in the front looking like, who am I going to block? It's like, well, there's a whole bunch of people, and they just be standing up there, and they don't hold the blocks low enough. They can't hold blocks. They might get the block, but then the man just keep going and just beat them. So I just don't think that they have the talent necessary to keep him safe.
Ma, yeah. Again, we knew the O-line was an issue, and I hate to say this. I hate to say people turning on 69 on Big Tank, as they call him.
Well, I'm not.
No, Sheila. I'm not saying you. No. I'm not saying you. You made a valid point. I'm talking about in the chat. 69 is terrible. He should never be playing. He should. And what I'm trying to get people to understand right now, this is the best available. Tank and Savion Washington. And if y'all don't see, because here's where people quote unquote move the goalposts, as they say I like to do. If y'all say Coach Prime is the coach he is, then you don't think he recognized the O-line guy is not as good as that, and he will put somebody else in? Of course he would. But guess what? He doesn't have anybody else. There's an issue. I'm gonna be very honest. I don't know what it is, but if y'all say, and I keep saying y'all, I would call him the new CU. If y'all say that Coach Prime is the coach he is, which I believe he is not playing Alton McCaskill and Cavassier Smoke as much as he's playing Dylan Edwards and whatever, then what's the issue? Why is he not playing them? I don't know.
Exactly. And see, that's my thought too, because I think you need bigger backs. I think you need bigger backs that can move, the line, that you can just hit maybe they're not, maybe it's the scheme that they're doing that, they supposed to make a little hole for little Dylan and Hankerson, but I think those big guys can at least put a little bit more pressure on them, because I don't think that there's, in my opinion, and I'm not a football guru, but I don't think that they're using Dylan in the right way, because Dylan too little be trying to run up the middle against some guys. Especially when your offensive line can't block. Every time he try to go up that middle, he just get slammed in the backfield. But then again, that's the blocking of the offensive line. So I think, here's what I think. I think that they're doing the best that they can, and it could also be the schemes that they're running, because I remember back in the spring or in the early spring and summer, they always talked about they want offensive linemen that can get out and move, with all these different schemes and run down the field. Well, these guys just don't have that skill, and so they may need to change the scheme a little bit so that they don't have to be trying to move and and all shifting and all that stuff. They just need to stand up there toe to toe and try to block somebody and keep them blocked.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. One thing about football, as long as you stay still and people know where you are, it's really harder than it is.
I mean, not just stand
yeah, no,
there,
I get
but
what you're saying. No. I'm not saying stand there. What I mean is, like, when you line up, if I line up right in front of you as an old lineman, I'm going to be there. I can easily block you, but you're starting to see pre-snap, you guys shifting, moving, because once guys shift, it changes the entire blocking scheme of the O line, the 5 linemen. Now it becomes an odd front, even front. And I know it's getting real technical, but these are the things that you're starting to see. And somebody said it earlier in the chat. Now you have footage on Colorado. Now these teams are starting to dissect what you do, and they're learning your pass protection. Once I learn your pass protection, like I said, do you have a burglar alarm at your house, Sheila?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know your burglar alarm, but just follow me on this. If I open a door, your alarm will go off, right? But you don't have alarms on your windows. How should I come through your house? If I want to break in your house, in the window. So if I know the alarm is on your doors, but not on your windows, I'm going to come through your window. That's what the same thing is starting to happen with pass protection. If I know you do this, then I'm going to go where you're not protected. And that's what you're starting to see when it comes to Colorado. And I'm telling you, if number 2 was not at quarterback, Colorado would be in a gang of trouble right now. Because as long as he's standing up, you got a chance. I'm telling you, you got a chance. You got a chance.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now that's true because he has bailed them out.
Mm-hmm.
This game, he bailed them out. That Colorado State game on that long 90-something yard drive, he bailed them out.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't think that there's much that they can do about it right now on the offensive line. They just got to wait and hope they can get, like, what is this, 6 games in? Hope
6 games in.
Can still continue to try to get better. That's all they can do right now.
Yeah, you just got to find ways to fight, and you got to get guys to keep playing. And I have to say, like I've always given Coach Promise credit since the TCU game about the stage not being too big for these players. These players are playing, all right? And they're giving their effort. You can't say they're not. These players from the O-line to the D-line, but some of it now comes to skill set, right? The receivers, the perimeter is not a problem. The perimeter of especially offensively, dog, these guys catch balls like anybody else, right? They're not subpar dude. This is not unnecessary roughness like the movie or the Replacements. They can play football. Jimmy Horn, Weaver, you see Javon Antonio, right? The fact that Javon Antonio beat that guy deep like that against Arizona State is unacceptable from an Arizona State standpoint. But however, he beat him. And guess what? 2 found him. Like, this is why I'm telling you, one thing about that joker, and I have to say this, I think he'll be a very good NFL quarterback because he's so doggone patient. There's some things he has to learn, which no problem. But he can find the open guy. And why he can find the open guy, there's 2 particular reasons, Sheila. He doesn't get flustered, and he knows the playbook. And 3, he's very accurate with the football. He is accurate with the ball, bro. There's very few balls that are just not catchable footballs. Like, he doesn't just sail them. I have to be honest.
Right. And, the other thing is that you got to give them credit for is, like, in the times that it counts, for the most part, they show up.
Mm-hmm.
So, like on that last drive with 50 seconds left, they showed up and they protected him enough because he was standing, he wasn't running, he was in the pocket when he found Antonio.
Right.
So just think if he had that much time on all of his plays, or at least half of that time on all his plays, what he would be doing. Because when it counts, like the offense shows up. Now the defense, they showed up in the second half until that late drive that they gave up that touchdown on.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, they'll show up when they absolutely need to.
Yeah, it's a lot of it too. If you look at the situations, and I'm a firm believer in. I'm coming to you 0874, but I'm a firm believer in if 2 is going to be. If I'm the opposing defensive coordinator, if I'm the opposing DC, I'm not. I know that his front five is not up to par. I've gotten to him now 5 times in this game. If you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me under duress. 2 is going to be under so much pressure. Now, you may beat me. I'm not saying you can't beat me, but I'm not. One thing I know I'm not going to do is allow him to sit back there and take his time and beat me. I'm gonna make sure you're on a time limit, right? You better throw this. If you throw this ball, you better throw it now, because if not, we coming to get you. I'm not gonna let you sit back there and pat the ball. We used to call it sprinkler head. Pat, go around. Pat, go around. No, you're gonna have to throw this ball and throw it now. I know it's gonna be an accurate ball when he throws it. I know he's gonna throw it to potentially the right guy, but I'm gonna put so much pressure on him, and I'm not gonna allow him to sit back there and throw the ball. So when you see, for whatever reason, I don't know how these guys, maybe they get caught up in analytics. Oh, we're only going to rush 3 and not this. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to put 2 under pressure, boy. That's just me if I'm the opposing DC.
That's what you got to do. And he always found a way.
Always.
Well, not always, but he found a way for this game.
Oh, the other caller hung up. So Sheila's just me and you. Oh, you were singing.
Yeah,
You singing to me, Sheila? You better stop it, girl.
Huh?
You were singing to me. You better stop.
Yeah, I was singing to you. Just you and me. But I don't know. I could tell, you know, like in Coach Prime's press conference, he was really livid.
I didn't check it out. I gotta see it. I gotta see it.
Huh?
I gotta see it. I didn't see it. I gotta see it.
Oh, you didn't see? He was just livid. He was like livid. He said, like, you know, like Shador, and when he came off of the field, he got second, and he sat away from the whole offense and just put that towel on his head, and they was asking him about it, and he was like, he is tired of getting hit. He's just tired, you know, of getting hit, and he was just frustrated. But because they just let him keep getting hit, and he can't keep taking all those hits like that.
Yeah, I mean, and again, those take a toll on you, man. What is he up to now? 30? 37? Think about
31.
This. So he's at 31 sacks right now in 6 games. When he was at Jackson State, his highest was 35. He was at 35, 25, and now he's at 31 halfway through the season. Yikes.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So they got to do something. We'll see what they try to put in place for Friday night.
Hold on, Sheila. Hold on, Sheila. I got to slap somebody on your behalf. Gerald D says, laugh out loud. Sheila, keep your day job. Hold up.
What you mean, man? I know what I'm talking about.
No, she's talking about your singing. Let me tell you something, Sheila.
Oh.
Hold up.
Look, I can sing too now. I was just messing around.
I don't play that about I don't play that about you, Sheila. Huh? You can what?
Oh, I can sing.
You can sing. Okay. I like it. Well,
yeah,
I don't play that.
Okay. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just get so frustrated because it's like I watch those offensive linemen and I think they got to do better. And maybe they're just being overpowered, but what you laughing at, Coach?
I just caught myself. I'm so sorry, Sheila. I didn't mean that like that. I just caught what happened. Listen, I just caught. Hold on, Sheila. Hold on. I just caught what happened.
Oh, you slow, Coach.
I'm slow. Listen, I had a long night last night, man. McCain's, listen, I was curled up in the fetal position all day today because of the Miami Hurricanes. I'll tell you, man. No, all we got to do is take a knee. Let us criticize the game, but let's not criticize the knee. I blew it. Hey, that was funny. Oh, I just said it right then. Anyway.
I know you did. But anyway, I was just saying.
Hold on, Sheila, I heard that. I know you did. You stop it right now. You stop it, and I mean right now. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I just hope, maybe they'll do better Friday night because it's not like a terrible team, but they seem to do worse with the teams that they're supposed to beat than they do with the teams that they're not supposed to beat, and do a little bit better, like with TCU and Nebraska, but then they sucked eggs on Colorado State, and they did better against. They really sucked eggs on Oregon, but they did better with a minor mini comeback that wasn't successful. But they played a lot better in that second half.
Yes.
And then this game, they just play. I don't know. They just play worse against the teams that they're quote unquote supposed to be. But I don't think anybody, any given Sunday, you can have whatever. Like yesterday with my.
No, you're right. You heard me right there, Sheila. I thought we was on the road, and you brought up my old Miami.
But I'm just saying. I mean, I just use that as an example because, you know, we all know what happened in that game. And even just think about Arizona and USC yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything can happen. Who else was it? Like, what's that? Oklahoma?
Oklahoma beats
And
Texas. Yeah. But you know what's funny? Like, you know, I get it. People you know, people are talking about the USC game. And like I said, Arizona jumped out on USC. And let me tell y'all something. I know they won the game and they should have won the game by more. But those are Heisman type things that Heisman voters want to see.
Right.
They want to see exactly what Caleb Williams did. Put the ball in his hand, gave him the juke, and put the ball on the inside of the pylon. That's Heisman type stuff. Not just stats, but they're going to make sure they show that kind of play. To come back from a 17-0 deficit, win the game on a nail-biting situation, right? Yeah, now we could say, oh, it's Arizona. However, it is what it is. You still won the game. And I'm telling you, that's going to be tough, man. I'm telling you, Caleb Williams, dog, that cat tough. Now, what USC is going to do as a team, I can't tell you. But remember, he won it last year with 2 losses. So it is what it is. But Sheila, let me push on. We've been on this digital date for the longest, and I got some new callers in, so I got to talk to them.
All right, Coach. Talk to you later.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Sheila, for always being there for me.
All right.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye now. All right. Somebody said in there, oh, Sheila, can I love you till the morning comes? Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, 5070. Talk to me, man. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Coach, how you doing? It's Reggie from Albany, Georgia.
Hold up, Reggie. Hold up, Reggie. Now, you talking about my neck of the woods. Are you from Slappy Drive or Slappy Boulevard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. South of Slappy Boulevard. Yes, sir. On the west side of town.
This is what I need you to do. I need you to go by Jimmy Hot Dogs and pick me up a 6-pack. I'll be on my way.
6. That's all you want. 6, 7, what about 12?
Last time I had 12, Coach was messed up for a couple of days. So 6 would do me fine. Make sure they got some chili on it. And man, I go that way, man. My family's from Dawson, Georgia. And you know, I go hunting that way, man. So I'm in Dawson, Georgia quite a bit right there. So I come through Albany and all of that all the time, man. So yeah, talk to me, man. What's up with you?
So you said something very important just a moment ago with the ladies on the phone just a while ago.
Okay.
You went back from Jackson State, the history from Jackson State, how many times Coach Shadil got sacked.
Mm-hmm.
By now, we will think that we'll build from the inside out instead of the outside in. What you think about that? Not only, I like to reciprocate what you said about why not Alton Smoke. I think this is just me saying this. I think it's too much favoritism of certain players because you got a big bite like Smoke come from Kentucky, ran over 1,400 yards last year in the SEC. You'll try to wear down the opposing defense and then bring in Edwards from the outside, run them in the slot like a drag route, or run them in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, you run them up the A gap. That's a problem right there with a young man like that. And then he got to work on his catching coming out the backfield. True enough, he did good on the first game because he did not have a good scheme, a good defensive scheme in the first game against Colorado. And that was a suspect. And that's just my question to you, Coach. If you was coaching, put you in position, if you was coaching that team, how would you handle that situation?
So I'll just say this. I don't know why Alton McCaskill and Cavassier Smoke don't have more significant time. Here's where the problem lies. I'm going to give you a couple of speculative scenarios. I'm only speculating here, right? These are all hypotheticals. If the running based on Coach Prime's, his premise and what he likes, if those guys are not playing, maybe because they're not doing what they're supposed to do off the field, all right. But here's where the contradiction comes in. Well, according to Coach Prime in his own words, Omarion Miller wasn't doing well in practice either. According to his own words, Kamani McLean wasn't doing what it took to play as well. But the difference is, I believe, they got put in between a rock and a hard place due to injury. Kamani McLean played due to injury, and he showed his behind. So therefore, did he win his spot? I'm only bringing up speculation here. Omarion Miller, the receiver, comes in due to injury. Not because he earned it, because there's nobody left. Is it that McCaskill and Cavassier Smoke have not proven that they should play more? But they don't have to play right now because there's no injury being involved. You still got Dylan Edwards. You still got not McPherson. What's his name? Number 9. I can't think of the name. Number 9. So therefore, there's no injury involved. Cavassier Smoke didn't have one carry last game. I'm sorry, McCaskill didn't have one carry last game. McCaskill had one for -2 yards. I say that to say this. Is it that Omarion Miller got lucky because there's nobody else left? Because if Javon Antonio, doesn't get hurt, we probably never see Omarion Miller. If the other DB doesn't get hurt,
If you go back and look at the
Hankerson, thank you.
He be
Sorry.
balling out in practice. He be balling out in practice. Miller, because Travis Hunter went at it one time, and he was kept. He was giving Travis Hunter the business.
No, listen, I get it, but I'm talking about based on what Coach Prime said in the press conference about Omarion Miller. Right. In his press conference, he said that dude don't practice well, blah blah blah, but he ended up playing due to injury, due to necessity, right? Instead of due to, being practice ready or whatever. You look at a press conference, Coach Prime puts out on a Tuesday and says, hey, listen, this is the second time they asked him about Kamani McLean. And he said, listen, the dude, come to practice, come to meetings late. If he come at all, he don't watch film, this, that, and other. But 4 days later, he's playing on Saturday. But it's due to injury. Plays in the second half. Well, I guess he did enough in the game to play this week as well. So I say all that to say, why these running backs are not playing, I really don't know. Should they be playing? Possibly, because of body type. But again, we don't know the inner workings of why these guys are not playing. Everybody before the season, out to McCaskill. Cavassier Smoke, Kentucky. Cavassier Smoke at Kentucky. Well, hell, they might have 8 carries combined between the both of them for the whole season, maybe. Now, I noticed there was some injury in there. But however, if they out there getting 1 or 2 reps, why they can't get 6 or 7 reps? Hell, the leading rusher only had 10 reps. So it is what it is. But I appreciate it, man. Let me push on here, man. I got quite a few.
We thank you, Coach. Keep up the great work. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. All the way from Albany, man. Come on, man. I used to catch the Greyhound up there in Trailways. 229, man.
They moved the Greyhound now. So it's no longer at the crossing hot dog place. Man.
It's not?
It's across the river now.
What?
No longer. They moved it because Greyhound bailed out. When they did the new currency system, Greyhound refused to pay the employees to stay at night. So they have to sit on the ground now. So at a BP service station and wait on the Greyhound.
Oh, wow. That's crazy, man. But I remember that as a kid going up there and Jimmy's Hot Dogs right across the street. Wow.
Yes, sir.
All
You
right,
ate that
brother.
dog food too, huh?
Say it again.
Bless you, man. You ate that dog food too, then, huh?
You talking about that chili? They had dog food in the chili?
You didn't hear about that too?
No, man. I done ate dog food, man.
So there was Alpha dog food, man. The state inspector caught it in the back of the room back there, man.
Well, I guess that's why it's a dog in me. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, bow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. Hey, Anyway, I'm just gonna ride with it, man.
Hey,
Dog, I done ate some dog food.
listen,
Oh well.
man.
Bless you, brother. Appreciate
Listen,
it.
Coach.
God dang, Jimmy hot dogs. I done ate some Alpo, bro. Dang, I wonder why when they took that X-ray, they saw that dog in me. Huh? 0874 coming to you. Call to talk to us. Give us your name. You talking to a dog up in
Hey,
here.
Coach.
Hey, how I'm doing? Who's this?
Red velvet cake.
Red velvet cake. I know about a gold velvet, but who's red velvet?
You forgot about the red velvet cake?
I did. Talk to me. I didn't forget about it. Oh, you did. You did win the bet. Talk to me.
Well, I'm just listening to everybody. And it's just, okay. Number one, you do not know the ins and outs of their team.
That's true.
So it's all speculation everybody's making. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
A win is a win. They won. Next game. That's how I am in everything.
That's
like
real.
You will never know on a team, if you've ever been on a team, which most of y'all have, nobody knows everything that has happened on there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a lot of stuff is a lack of research, and you're just throwing out stuff and you don't know. You can't take, well, our videos is entertainment. It doesn't show 100%. You're not going to see it until the other stuff comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to watch everything they say. No one talks about the interview. Nobody knows about the injuries. Why we not running this back? Or why we not doing this? Or why we not doing that? Because we not.
That's true. I mean, like I
And
said,
he's going to do it his way. And you're entitled to your opinion, but please base it on some facts.
That's true.
And if you don't have all the facts, just watch the game, enjoy it, because every team does that.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama had a lot of people. That's why a lot of them hit the portal, and people are like, why they not running this or why they not running that for years? People have questioned the same thing with Nick Saban, but they don't say it out like this. There's a lot of teams and coaches don't play players for certain reasons. They have systems, they have processes. It's not just about getting a W. They also have to teach these young student athletes responsibility. Because you can be the most talented, but your talent and your nasty ego can mess up a whole team and their camaraderie. And it takes a team to win. A team. It's a team sport.
No,
So
and to your point, and to your point,
it doesn't matter. I'm like, and all of you gentlemen, you know, I played the football that the women play. I was the tomboy playing out there with the dudes. But all y'all that did play college football way back in the day, the rules have changed. And the athletes are faster, better, and more structured. Like the edges and stuff are running for threes. This is not the same football back when you played. It's not going to be the same strategy. The rules have changed. So please update your information before you make a statement that tells that you don't watch the game. Because I'm listening to stuff and it don't make no sense.
Hold on, say that
what you're
again.
saying don't even make common sense.
Hold on.
You're going to sit in the game. Oh, Dylan too little. Man, please. Sproles was smaller than Dylan. Dylan is bigger than a lot of running backs that are out there. Has nothing to do with size. But he's the fastest. He just need a hole to butt through. Period. It's basic. Nothing in football is that hard. It's the same plays. It's just who's the best at mastering the play. That's all it is. Same front, same defenses. No team does anything different than another team. Maybe a few little schemes, but most of them, for the main part, play basic football.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I said, Coach, who's the better dude on the one-on-one? Is that not what Coach Prime say? Beat your dude.
Beat your guy.
Quit worrying about everybody else. Beat your dude.
Win your battle. Win your battle.
Win your battle. That's all it is. And you're not going to win them all. It's always going to be somebody better. I mean, the NCAA has way more players than NFL. There's a reason only 5% of all players even get in the NFL. Lay off the kids. Let them enjoy their time. Just be a fan. Enjoy. But if you're going to have commentary, be educated like Coach Hayes. At least know what you're talking about and be up to date. You got to know who's hurting everything. Wilkinson ain't in because he's hurt. He's injured. He was on the sideline.
Right.
Alton McCaskill cannot get in right now. He can't even pivot and slant. The dude just came off a major injury. I'm not going to play him. He did the same thing to him what he did to Travis. Travis did not play that first year at JSU, but that first part of the Butler game. And he let him in just for a minute because his family was there. Because it's the long term you got to think about. Not just one game. Put McCaskill out there and then he can't even cut. He gets hit and he's back injured. That would be stupid. Then everybody be talking about, he put him out there too soon. I mean, baby, please. Y'all chill. Let them kids enjoy themselves. You ain't getting their money. Let them enjoy themselves. And the line is not as bad as you think. You better go back and look at the games because Shadur don't throw what he doesn't get 2,000 plus yards without having a line that can give him some time.
I don't know about that now, baby. You know, we gonna always have love, but they not that good.
He's there in the pocket, able to throw because they do what they need to do. But you got to realize this line didn't come about until fall.
I agree.
Until fall.
I agree with
fall camp.
Yes, I agree.
You know doggone well how long it takes to gel the line that they know each other's movements and how to chill.
I agree with that 10,000%. And
this team is basically learning each other. Kamani is not there because Kamani just got there.
Mm-hmm.
He just got there in October. He didn't even make it to school to the beginning of school. Like he didn't get any conditioning, nothing. He's in basic form.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Omarion Miller is from my city. That young man, I watched him here. He's from the boot. He's from Louisiana. We know what he can do. However, a lot of these kids, when they freshmen, have blowed up egos. And they in these universities, it's more than just playing football. They are student athletes. They got to do everything that needs to be done. Their grades, their class. They got to learn all this stuff, not just football. And that's the part people don't know. You do have to have a certain GPA to play. You do have to qualify and have other things set before you can hit the field.
Listen,
it's a lot more at play, and we will never know that. Like all the other teams in the NCAA, we don't know Georgia guys. We don't know Alabama. We don't know Auburn. We don't know USC. And don't put down ASU. Arizona State University almost beat USC. They only won and beat them 38-30.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and look at them stats, and go back and look at their defense against Caleb.
I like it. I just got two questions for you. One question is, you gonna send me that red velvet cake? No, we good. What happened?
No, you lost the bet. Remember, you supposed to do something for me because you said they weren't gonna beat TCU. Remember, I said yes, they were.
So what I'm supposed to do for you?
I DM you.
Oh, shucky ducky. Oh, shucky duck. I'm part dog, part duck. And my second thing is, I got a quote here from Tanisha Barton that says, I don't watch well-off videos for information. I watch because it's entertaining. Some people take everything they see as gospel, and it's weird. I've been asking the ladies to ask another lady to call in. Would you mind asking Tanisha to call in so we can get that part, so we get some more understanding?
Please, Tanisha, because I agree with you. This is weird how they're using content creators' info that they're creating as if it's every single thing the team is doing and drawing conclusions. But just be a fan and enjoy the game. My God, it's not that deep.
All right.
These are still young men. Let them play the game and quit misquoting who make a hit or whatever. If you're going to say something bad about them, say something good about them too. Don't just come up here and say, oh, he missed the play, but you forgot to talk about that play he made. I'm going to stand up for my boy, Stoutmeyer. You didn't talk about the play he made when he blocked that darn field goal. Y'all didn't talk about that.
He blocked the field. I saw the field goal miss, but I didn't realize it was blocked. So he did block it.
He was the one that blocked it. Thank you.
I didn't realize it was blocked.
Thank you.
I didn't
watch
realize.
The game,
okay.
Baby. Tell him, watch the game.
Watch the game.
Watch it.
I was watching my Hurricanes.
Yeah,
out here
and
playing.
don't watch it on YouTube. Get the real to watch the game.
I love it. I thought he was hurt. But anyway, all right, hey, shout out to Stoudemire, man. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and clap it up for Stoudemire. Let's clap it. I'm loving it. All right, I got to run. I got quite a few back here. But just, call me. Let me know what we're doing about that cake right now. I got the frosting. And I'm out of here. All right.
Tanisha, come up and talk to the people.
Talk to them. Appreciate it. Bye now. All right. Red Velvet on the line. I'm loving it. 8096, call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. 8096, you on the line. I'm sorry, 6096. Got to get my eyes checked.
Oh, okay.
I apologize. I said 8096. I apologize. 6096, call or talk to us.
Hi, Coach Hayes. I have a question.
Who am I speaking with first before I start? Who am I speaking with?
This is Varian.
All right, Varian, this is your first time calling.
It is.
So
I
appreciate
am
it.
curious. It seems that the amount of sacks that Shedeur is taking is unprecedented. At what point does it become really detrimental to his future, or is it just that's just part of the game? If you happen to end up on a team with a bad O-line, you just have to take that and risk your future. In your experience, is there anything that would ever make them say, okay, we can't do this to Shedeur anymore?
I don't think it's we're doing it to Shedeur thing more than that's just what they have. It's not a lack of skill. It's not a lack of want to. It's just the lack of level of player. And unfortunately, when you're in these tight, see, the problem is Colorado, besides even in the Nebraska game, which was a late win, meaning like where they just kind of took off on them in the second half, they've been in tight battles. And as a coach, there's sometimes you have to, I usually tell my quarterback, I say, dog, sometimes you got to look down the barrel. Sometimes you're going to have to look down the barrel of the GUN to deliver this ball, knowing that you're going to get hit in the face. You know that. That's part of the game, right? But you got to stand in there, deliver the rock, and get hit in the face. Certain words you can't say on YouTube. So I get that part. But there is, like you said, he's at 31. I believe Sheila just said 31 sacks right now, halfway through the season. Hell, if this stays up, he'll be at 60 sacks in the season, which I doubt he'll get to 60. But let's just say even the 45, 50 range. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. Now, how do you stop that? Maybe it's not within the play scheme of Sean Lewis, or maybe some rollout plays where you can get out. And then they did a rollout play against USC and got sacked in that. It's a problem. But how you fix it, I think you got to help out through keeping more guys in the box. And, from pass protection, like keep a tight end in as well as a running back, what they call max protect, where you at least have 7 guys and 3 guys can go out. That's the only way, or he just got to bow through it. And pray to God, let me knock on wood here, he doesn't get sacked up and rolled up in a situation where he gets injured. Because I'm going to tell you this, like I said, if Shedeur breaks a shoelace, don't like to use that word, hurt, but if he breaks a shoelace, Colorado might be in some serious trouble. I have to be honest, going forward.
Oh, it's not might be. we will be in trouble if he breaks a shoelace.
Yeah. Because right now, 2 is the reason. Even as well as the defense played, and even with the Trevor Woods interceptions and that he had, and even the way they played, but overall, 2 is the catalyst to this program.
All right, thanks, Coach Hayes.
Thank you so much. All right. And Butterfly said that wasn't wood. That was wood. That was my desk is wood, actually. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much for calling in. Oh, she's gone already. I was trying to get her to tell more women to call in, because like when the ladies talk. Neckbone on the line. Neckbone, what's up with you? My neck. Talk to me.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Man, I would just like to say, man, I got a question, but I would just like to say, man, it's so fun to watch college football now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, I like it, man. Deion, he making this shit interesting again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I used to watch Alabama. Now I actually watch all of the games, because they got so many doubters, But my question is for you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What does Colorado have to do to play in the conference championship, if that's even possible?
Win out. That's simple. Win all your games. I'm not even saying you got to win. Hold on. I'm not even saying they got to win by large margins. I'm not saying any of that. If they win out their games, they have not lost. Oh, they did lose Oregon.
Oregon and USC. And Arizona almost knocked off USC last night. So
win out. That's the best I can tell you.
Somebody knocked. Huh?
I was saying win out because USC has to play Oregon. So if you give them a loss, you might get a 3-way tie in there. Hopefully, Colorado will beat another team that maybe one of those teams may lose to. So win out. That's the only way that you can be in the talks of being in the championship game is you have to win the rest of your games. Straight up. That's it.
Okay, and to answer that, and then I'll get off. Washington, if they win every single game, because they don't have Colorado on there, if they win every single game, including beat USC and Oregon, does that automatically have them win in the championship, or would they have to play that extra game?
Say that again. Say that one more time.
If Washington wins out, they're in the Pac-12.
Right.
That if they beat USC and Oregon, everybody else, they don't play Colorado, but they beat everybody. Would that qualify them to win the championship? Would they have to play that game if they go undefeated? Because they basically beat everybody.
No, yeah, you got to play. You still gonna play. Yeah, you still gonna play a game.
Well, that's all, man. I'm out, man. Thank you.
All right, neck bone. Appreciate it. My neck. My neck, my back. My neck. All right, man. Neck bone in there. Let's go. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Call on in. I'm about to close it. We already at the 2-hour mark. I'm about to get up off of here. I got to do some good, bad, and ugly film reviews. And boy. It's gonna be tough. But anyway, let me go ahead and check this out. My man right here. I don't know how to say any of your name except the last part is Thomas L. Urilis Iben Bent Bon Yapeth Thomas L. It's not the same. Call in. You've been very vocal here in the chat. Call in. I would love for you to call in. I think I ran Nope away. Nope hasn't left a comment yet. So he probably dipped on me because I called him out. Call him out. Call them out. If you guys or ladies or whoever, if you see one of these new CUs flipping on these Colorado players, now you calling them trash. Now you call them out and say, and then tag me in it. Coach Hayes, hashtag Coach Hayes said, and then call them out for flipping on them. But that's how they do. Now you want to, Coach Sean Lewis trash. Charles Kelly, he trash. When all you heard was, Charles Kelly, he come from Alabama. Now he trash. No, he ain't trash. Sean Lewis, he's a head coach. He gave up his head coaching job to come to Colorado. Now he trash. No, you trash. He trash. You trash. So I got a text message from Coach Prime. He says, keep doing what you're doing, Coach. No problem, Coach Prime. I'm just teasing. That wasn't Coach Prime. That was Coach Prim. That was Coach Prim. Anyway, Gerald D says, Coach Prime is calling him out. Is he trash too? Nope. Anyway, if anybody else want to call, please call in 862-799-9956. If not, I'll be closing this thing down. We already at a 2-hour mark. Matter of fact, I'm closing anyway. Let's go and knock it out.
The conference has been locked.
All right, we locked it out. Let's do it. Let me go ahead and finish this. Guys, I appreciate it. We've had a lot of fun in here. Kept about 300 people in here the entire time. Thank you. On the road to 36,000 subscribers. Also, I got to bring up my buddy right here, Old School. Don't think I forgot. You owe me my money. Old School is one of these people I like to call out. You know why I like to call Old School out? Because he made a bet with me that Colorado would go 11-1. He bet me an easy 50 note. Can't say it too much on YouTube. Yep. He hasn't paid me yet. I'm going to call him out every chance I get. Old School, pay me my money. Pay me my money. Matter of fact, I even have it as my name. I don't do it on this show because it's just me. But let me just go ahead and put up here. Hold on, let me show you. This is my new name when I go to other people's shows or whatever else the case may be. I'll show you something. Is this it? This is my name right here. Old School owes me money. Y'all see it right here? Old School, that's the name that comes up when I go to other people's show. I'm gonna call him out every chance I get. I'm not gonna pull the punches. I'm not gonna hit the brakes. even though he's my elder, and I actually like old school. I really do. But he talked that trash. He said I was basically a snake. I talked with a split tongue. Well, guess what? Split my money. Pay me my $25. Well, coach, why you say $25 when he owe you $50? Well, because he said he gonna get so nasty that he ain't gonna send me my money where I can get all of it. He gonna send it through Cash App because YouTube take 30% of the money, which is technically not 25 and half, half of it. So he want to be nasty. Well, I can't get all my money. He want to make sure YouTube get it too. See, I'm calling him out. Yeah, that's old school right here. That's old school. And what I was going to do for old school, I was going to spend $50 on Polygrip for some dentures. That's what I was going to do for old school. I was going to take that whole $50, buy $50 worth of Polydent on Amazon and send it to his house. But he don't even want to pay me my money. All he had to do was say, Coach. I told him I can make it go away. All he got to do is say, Coach, I'm sorry. Coach, I apologize. He even hit me on the low and say, Coach, I ain't got it. And I'd have went behind and I said, you know what? Old school paid me. Yeah. Lied to the people for him because he came real. But nah, he want to try to double down. Old school. So slap your face, old school. And send me my money. That's all I'm saying. So if you see old school in somebody's chat, do Coach Hayes a favor. Hashtag pay Coach Hayes. Hashtag pay Coach Hayes. Pay me my money. Because guess what? If I'd have lost, he would have been asking for it. Kind of like Carpet Tech. Carpet Tech, we made a deal. I mean, boy, as soon as the buzzer hit, he be hitting me on Cash App. Pay request. You thinking that $50 gonna run away. But I pay him, because that's what the deal was. Lucius Tate, I appreciate you. I know you being all these things. Lucius Tate, do me a favor. I need you to be my proxy. I need you to speak up for me. I need you to, every time you see old school in anything, hashtag pay Coach Hayes. Old school need to pay Coach Hayes. Pay my money. That's all I want to say. But anyway, I appreciate it, man. Good win for the Colorado Buffaloes. They are 4-2 right now. They're heading over to Stanford to play on a Friday. We will do a pregame, postgame show as well. All right. My beloved Kings play on a Saturday. I'm going to do the good, bad, and ugly. I'm actually going to record it tonight. All right. I'm actually going to record it tonight so you guys can enjoy that. So with all that being said, I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Everybody that came in, dropped a comment, CW with this stinking donation. I appreciate that too. He a Howard Bison. He's a bison. And that's what it is. Coach, are you married? No. Who is Nicolina Ramos? I ain't married. I'm married to the streets. Call your boy. Anyway, I'm just talking. No, I'm not married. Nicolina Ramos. All right. Anyway, I'm just talking trash. Somebody said read the chat, Coach. What am I reading? What am I reading? Somebody said, oh no, butterfly, stop it. Anyway, let me get off here before I get in some trouble, man. I got red velvet cake. I got a gold velvet cake. I got a piano player. Coach ain't playing with him. Hello. Anyway, I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all. Peace, love, and hell, grease. As always, Coach Hayes will catch you at the 50-yard line. Stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We're on the road to 37,000 subscribers. We're trying to see if we can break 40,000 by New Year's, January 1st. With all that being said, appreciate it. And we out. Somebody hold up. Somebody play me my theme music while I drink my Colorado concoction. Pay me my money! Pay me my money, baby! One time for your mind, 2 times for your soul. Sound like somebody dragging on that thing. Big shout out to D West 85 for the $2. I got your back, bro. Love the commentary, my brother. Thank you on Cash App. I apologize, I missed it earlier. Got a lot going on. Thank you for the $2 on Cash App, bro. I wish old school would pay me my money. We finna get up out of here, man. Coming to get you, baby. Old school, I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you, old school. It ain't about the money, it's about the principle. I'm loving it, and we out.